That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
We're a long way from the residential quarters now. It looks completely different.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this place... it reminds me more of being back inside the wedge.
Except the Danon astral energy feels even stronger here.
In a portion of the city reserved purely for the Renin Sovereign.
Maybe he just has strange tastes?
This place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. If its design were a matter of personal preference, we would be talking from centuries ago. Or perhaps even further back. Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of taste spoken of in artistic circles. So what is it then?
Hold up, decadence? Artistic circles?
When a preference is indulged to its extreme, it descends into kitsch, eccentricity for the sake of it. I'd be happy to illuminate you further.
That depends. Does it involve you buying me lunch?
The void that art fills isn't the stomach, it's the soul.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time my soul starts to rumble.
Now all we need is something to fill up the void inside your head.
Shut up!
Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but... are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alvin, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible? What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alvin. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand. Here I come!
Shooting
Bring the wind!
Shot!
Force the regeneration!
Dance in the wind! Here!
He who prepares is free from regret.
I'm not done! Demon Fang! Eternal devastation!
I can carve
through water! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Allow me to help you.
Water!
Resonate with the earth.
Go top!
Demon Fang!
Flame of fury! Holy Red!
Eternal devastation!
Searing flame! Reload! Starting wind! Carve corruption! Crossblade! Dance in the wind! I'll heal you all! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Dark field! Healing comes not in your dreams!
Eternal devastation!
Demon Fang! Grab up, lad! I'm out of ammo! In here!
Severing wind! Here I come!
More for the stockpile! Ready to
Demon Fang!
Now you see what I can do!
Ignite!
Dance in the wind! That'll bring you down!
Demon Fang!
More for the
Eternal
stockpile! Hear my
devastation!
calls!
In a bind?
You're mine! Eternal devastation! The flame!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish
Eternal devastation! Demon Fang!
Rotating crossfire.
I'm not done! Demon Fang! Eternal devastation!
I'm sorry.
anything in order is all fine.
I'm ready.
Need to pull myself together.
I can carve through armor!
Raging storm! Let me show you what the
Demon Fang! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
The flames will roar!
Being interrupted. Everlasting shock!
Here's a healing art!
I see you, Goddess. This it?
Don't leave me!
Not done yet!
Let me free you of your power.
The flames will roar!
Take this!
Here's a healing art!
No escape!
Take this!
You're finished!
No further!
Demon Fang! Try
You
this!
get the gist. Air
Explosive ring! Ignite!
Down on the ground!
Here I
That'll
come!
bring you down. Leave group.
Move it!
I'll be
Breath of
saving
life.
you.
You're mine!
Heal my weary
Here.
companion!
Eternal devastation!
Cure!
I'm not
Anything in armor is all mine!
All disasters made
Now
one.
you see what I can do!
Glacial spear.
Literally incantation through it!
No escape!
Freeze laser.
Severing wind!
Now for the
Mirage!
I'm ready.
raging lightning.
Reflect the
Far
fountain.
enough.
They smite
Eternal
blood!
devastation!
Here's a healing art. Feel. First aid. More for the stockpile. Here I go. One more. Magic
Giving
and
you a bloody howling!
Devastate! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
lightning orb. More with that paint.
Take this!
Eternal devastation!
Burning light. Blah blah blah. Art field. You get it.
Forgive me.
Ready or not in your dreams. Need to pull myself
Eternal
together.
devastation!
Armor won't save you!
Arctic!
Crush down on the ground!
Fury! In here!
Soaring alpha!
Saving this one!
Eternal devastation!
Allow me to
Acceleration
Now
wave!
through all!
Here I come! Demon
I
Fang!
can do this all day!
Eternal
Not
devastation!
available!
Leave the
You're
door
nothing to me!
ready.
Does it hurt?
Demon Fang!
Instant deity!
Water!
Here I
Divine
come!
savior! A whirling struggle!
Crush!
Downfall!
You're finished!
Winds of heaven! First force! Here! In here!
Demon Fang!
I don't hear you all!
Not today!
Soaring blast!
Eternal devastation!
Thunder field!
Demon Fang!
Lightning!
Shattering pieces!
To the
Attack time!
Eternal
Raging
devastation!
Resonate with
Demon
the earth!
Fang!
Stalagmite! On your knees!
Radiant here! Champion! Out of ammo!
Down on the ground!
Celestial!
I'm not done!
Eagle ray!
It's in your hands now.
Stay away from my friends!
Lightning orb to accomplish this! Illuminate the dark! I'll bring you back from death to life!
Eternal
Arc
devastation!
field! Not in your dreams! Photon blast! Dance in the
Eternal
wind!
devastation!
Air ready to go! Thanks!
Demon
Just
Fang!
what I needed!
Crush! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I'm only a third!
Mirage! Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much.
So you know this place?
Naturally, it was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me?
You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really? is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Voron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a
slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renin and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renin and Danan are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Renna this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alva!
It's too late. You can't stay here.
We need to go. Alphen!
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
Are you two okay?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Is Volron... have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What, those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renaissance. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renaissance in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
I didn't see that coming about Volron. As for those red women, to think they were monsters all along.
Tell me about it. One minute they look perfectly human. Next thing you know, they're not actually human at all.
They definitely weren't Renan or Danan. I'm not even sure language would get through to them.
So what were they then? Human Zoogle hybrids?
Is the most terrifying thing anyone said all day?
How about you, Shion? Doily? You ever seen anything like that before?
No, never. However, if they're the same as the red woman we've seen with Volron, I think it's safe for us to assume they understand our language at the very least.
I had just so much I wanted to ask them. About Rena, and Shion's thorns.
Unfortunately, they blew themselves up before we got the chance. Why would they do such a thing, though? To take us with them? Or in order to keep something hidden?
Both sound plausible to my ears. They took off with the Renaissance too, remember?
Yeah, they did. And the next time we meet them, we're going to make sure they tell us everything they know.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! No chance!
By the power of the wind! Where are
Leave
you
the
going?
ensnaring to me.
Astral energy! Full throttle! crazy! It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Mirage! Take this!
Resonate
with the earth! Lewis, Dynamite! Rending you apart! Mirage!
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Right, here goes! Devastation! No further!
Here I go!
Mirage! Now we're not... Take this!
Not in your dreams!
Strike! Crush! Tempest!
Your reflexes will not serve you well.
Lost! Get toasty!
Bird strike! My turn! Not today! Eternal devastation!
Can't get out of this!
Here I come! Eternal devastation! Demon Fang! Lifting you apart!
I'll heal you all!
Demon Fang!
Resonate with the earth!
Eternal devastation! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc!
Mirage! Thanks! Eternal devastation!
See what I can do!
Crush! Not a chance!
Spread! Dance in the wind!
Crush!
I'll face you! Here's the evil! Here!
Demon Fang!
Now!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Water! Hear my call! Thunder Peal! Spread!
Eternal devastation!
With this, I can become even stronger!
Coming through!
Glacial System!
Eternal devastation!
I never miss!
Crush!
Go there! One more! Lunar Ice pass on the hand! Ready!
Try harder!
Razor Cyclone!
Now! Try this!
Celestial Hammer!
You picked the wrong fight!
Lunar Corruption! Lunar Blast!
Demon Fang! Sword Rain Alpha!
No
further!
Cut! Cut!
Seal!
Reflect on my
Lunar Corruption!
They smite
I'll
with
be
blackened
saving
blade!
Eternal devastation!
by the power of water!
Eternal devastation!
I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara!
This one's all mine! Not today! Mirage! Take
Shooting
this!
Star! I can
Demon
do
Fang!
it all day! Let me help!
Crush!
First aid!
Thanks! No escape! An umbrella! Try harder! My turn!
Soaring
Eternal devastation!
Water reload!
You're mine! Eternal devastation!
Put the line between heaven and earth!
Demon Fang!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
Eternal devastation! Demon Fang!
Demon behavior!
Ignite!
Dance in the wind!
Spear!
Air thrust! A change in
Demon
heaven
Fang!
and earth! I'm out of air back into the sky! A wailing banshee of lightning! Annihilation! Divine behavior! A whirling circle! On your Lunar corruption!
Here I come!
Lunar blast!
Eternal devastation!
Wheels of heaven! Lunar corruption!
In a bind?
Crush!
Lunar blast!
Here I come!
I'm ready!
Demon Fang!
Far enough!
No!
Here, let me
Can't
help.
end here!
Don't give up!
So you clamor for my true power?
Where that came from? Not in your dreams!
Shattering to pieces!
I'm going to need to use all the power around your mark to accomplish what now?
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Don't push yourself too hard. Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Demon Fang! Eternal Devastation!
Lunar Corruption! Charge Malevolent!
Sword Ray Alpha! Eternal Vacuum Blade!
Air Thrust! By the power of the Revenant! A Wailing Dancy of Lightning! Divine! That'll bring you down!
Take this! Damn it! Scoot back!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Vacuum Blade!
Here!
Hold nothing back! Here I come!
In a bind?
Crush!
Searing
Demon Fang!
And this I will!
Showering
Tornado! Do it!
Getting piled.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Not a chance!
Cosmic rupture.
The flaming...
Don't get complacent.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing, so she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnigan, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegus is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegus from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease? Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegus right now?
Lenegus wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord, and the only one left is... Ah, very well then. Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow remnants of Lenegus.
It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Elda Menancia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid, as people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegis, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Tarnigan's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits. Looks like the people of Lenegis can rest easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
In one sense, when all is said and done, perhaps I have been a slave this whole time too.
You, a Renan Lord? How do you figure that exactly?
I was complicit in the Renan system, bound by its values. Resigned to being swept along, without the resolve to take a stand. And when I realized the severity of my mistake, all I longed for was punishment. A lord. And yet my first instinct was to place my fate in the hands of others.
I think I can relate. I couldn't stand watching my people bow and scrape their way through life, but I didn't know what else I could do about it either. The ability to think for yourself and be your own master. That's what separates a slave from a free person. At least, that's what Law's dad Zephyr used to say. Zephyr taught me how to fight. But in doing so, he also taught me how to live.
Even if it means stumbling along the way. If it's on a road of our own choosing, free of regret. Why, that's the road of freedom. Or, to put it another way, so long as his heart is compromised, even the loftiest of kings is no freer than a slave. I think I finally understand now. This Zephyr character sounds like he was a wise man indeed. I only wish I could have met him.
There's just so much I wish I could ask him, especially now. I wonder, have I been correctly carrying on the torch that he passed to me?
How long have you known?
Known what?
About the darkness I carry inside me. You seem to have been aware of it for quite some time now.
Why ask me now? What does it matter? But yes, I have. I've pretty much known that something was gnawing at you ever since we left Menancia.
So basically since the very start of our journey then. Just when I thought I couldn't feel more ashamed.
Leave the past where it belongs. We have no need for it now. You're forging ahead. That's what matters. If my brother could see you, he'd be proud.
Not as proud as he would be of his sister, I'm sure.
Well then, just as well it's not a competition, huh?
Kisara? Anyone at home in there?
Sorry. Did I look distracted?
Among other things. To be entirely honest, I couldn't tell whether you were smiling or frowning.
You were thinking about Dohalim, weren't you?
That obvious, huh? I was just thinking how good it is to see him moving forward at last. It was always so infuriating, knowing how capable he could be if he just put his mind to it. A prisoner trapped in a cage of his own self-doubt. But now, he's finally beginning to spread his wings. I'm happy for him.
So, then why do you look so sad?
Oh, I don't know if I'd say sad. There's a bittersweetness to it, I guess. It's good and strange, knowing that he won't be needing me anymore. It probably sounds weird, doesn't it? I have this massive worry off my mind. I should be jumping up and down for joy, right?
Must be that maternal instinct of yours at work.
Rinwell's right. You're like a mother bird, finally letting go as her child takes his first shaking and nervous flight from the nest.
A pretty big child.
That's one way to look at it. I wouldn't like to see Dohalim's face if he heard you say that. All this has made me realize I can't allow myself to become a prisoner of my own making like he was. If Dohalim can forge his own path ahead, then I can too. I won't be left behind.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
really... Just spend that much money?